Hey guys, it's me Moth Marauder, and for this figure review video we are going to be looking at NECA's Knifehead from Pacific Rim. So yeah, first let's get on with detail. This is very nice and accurate to his appearance from the movie, and yeah, it's just, like, texture-wise, it's just freaking amazing and incredible and very impressive. He has these bumps all over his skin. The claws are like hella sharp, and especially the knife-like part. I mean, seriously, it's pretty damn sharp. It's probably just as deadly as an actual knife. But yeah, even his chin here is pretty sharp along with the teeth and the tongue. The toes look pretty cool, pretty good, nice and sharp. The tail's pretty neat looking. It's actually made of some sort of rubber type of thing, but I'll talk about that when I get to articulation. As you can see here, it's made of, as you can see here, there appears to be more than one bone or whatever for each arm, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, this shell thing in the back's pretty good, or pretty nice looking. And the eyes are pretty good too. But yeah. Oh, and the chest is very nicely done too. Now that I think about it, it reminds me of Shin Godzilla. He had something like that on his chest as well. But yeah, which I think is kind of neat looking. Like, it's a neat feature to add to the kaijus in Pacific Rim and Shin Godzilla. But yeah, anywho, yeah, the chest is nicely done. It's kind of like a shell a little bit, like the Kraken from the 2010 or 2011 movie Clash of the Titans. But yeah, overall detail's very nice and accurate. Same thing with the paint job. Well, he only appeared during nighttime. He only appears in the dark, but he's, from what I've seen, it's still pretty accurate. He had these yellow lines across his body. I don't remember if they glowed exactly, but yeah. He had this dark grayish skin with the yellow lines. The eyes were blue from what I remember. And I think the claws are black too, so yeah, this is pretty accurate. And yeah, paint job's very nicely done. So yeah, articulation, despite him being a NECA figure, out of all the NECA figures I have, I think this one has the least amount of articulation. But yeah, the arms move like that. It's kind of hard to, though, but you can still move it and all that. The forearms move, or the elbows, or whatever. Those move. His smaller arms here, they don't move for some reason, which is kind of weird. The legs move along the elbow-like area. And, while it's not part of an actual, like I said earlier, the tail's made of this weird rubber thing, so you can point it or like bend it in any way that you want it or whatever. But yeah, I usually prefer to have mine sticking straight out like that. But yeah. Oh, and the mouth opens up and down and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. So yeah. And now, on to Rarity. This Knifehead is actually the first, this Knifehead is from the first Pacific Rim toy line. Or, it's from the first wave of Pacific Rim figures by NECA. There is a newer one, actually, that is a lot larger and has kaiju blood all over him, like he's been wounded from battle. And from what I've heard, apparently people were complaining about how this figure in particular, or this Knifehead figure, was kind of small. Like, people didn't like that, apparently. And I guess NECA decided to remake Knifehead. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think I've heard some people say that. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not really bothered by height or the sizes of figures. But, whatever, it's their opinion. Anywho, I would assume that the newer Knifehead figure that's taller and damaged looking, I would assume that the newer Knifehead is more common than this one I'm reviewing. But yeah, if you want a Knifehead figure, I would assume, or I would just go for whatever one costs the less, whether it would be this one or the newer one. But yeah, if you're kind of strict about sizing and all that, you should probably get the newer one. But if you're like me and you don't really care how big or small they are, then, well, it's still up to you on which specific Knifehead to get. But, yeah, this one in particular, or this one that I'm reviewing, sorry, this one should be a lot more rare than the new one. But yeah, that is about it for this review. Detail and texture is very nice and impressive. Same thing with the paint job. While, well, being NECA, he has a lot of points of articulation, although he has the least amount of articulation points on this NECA figure. Or I mean, like, this is the only NECA figure that I know and have that doesn't have as much movement as, like, the NECA Godzilla figures or whatever. But yeah, it still has a lot of articulation points nonetheless, but yeah. And Rarity is, I would assume this guy is pretty rare, but yeah. In the end, I give him a 5 out of 5. I mean, I don't see any real flaws with him, in my opinion. Of course, some kaiju fans might be annoyed by his small size, but then again, that's their opinion, and my opinion is that I'm not really bothered by the sizing and all that. But yeah, it's a very nice figure nonetheless, and I recommend it to Godzilla and Pacific Rim fans and stuff. So yeah, 5 out of 5, very nice figure, and yeah. This is the Moth Marauder, wishing you well, saying goodbye.